le vamos a dar la bienvenida, vamos a ir traduciendo todo así podemos comunicarnos bien. Alexander, hi, how are you? Welcome to Paraguay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with us.
Hi there, guys. Thank you for your support. I can say 400% that I'm great, but I'm strong and I'm okay, and all my relatives and my people are okay also. So thank you.
Pero dice que está fuerte, que está bien y que su familia también está muy bien y que entonces por eso está todo tranquilo. Vamos a preguntarle un poquito dónde está, ¿verdad? Porque tenemos entendido que está en Kiev, pero para asegurarlo nomás. Firstly, to begin with, are you in Kiev right now, Alexander, or where are you? Because we can see you're inside a car.
Yes, you're right. I've been in Kiev for 8 days, but this morning I decided to take out my relatives to a little village not far from Kiev, 100 kilometers far from Kiev, but I come back. We have several dogs here, this little puppy and another one. Yes, my grandmother. Yes.
Hi.
Hey, Grandma.
Yes. She's smiling. She doesn't care about what's going on. She has good moods, and that's great. Yes, I'm in a car, but I come back to Kiev because why I decided, because this morning I heard maybe 7 or 8 big bomb explosions not far from Kiev. I heard huge explosions, and that's why I decided it will be more safety for my relatives to go out from Kiev, but I come back.
Alexander nos está contando él que estaba él en Kiev, pero que decidió ir con su familia, sacarlos y llevarlos a un pueblo que está a unos 100 kilómetros de Kiev, y nos estaba mostrando que está viajando con compañía, con los perritos, que incluso está la abuela ahí atrás, que es la que nos estaba saludando, y que bueno, por cuestiones de seguridad entonces decidió moverlos. Vamos a preguntarle un poquito cómo es el día a día, André, ¿te parece?
Sí, ¿qué por ejemplo está permitido hacer y qué no? ¿Podrías preguntarlo?
Let's talk a little bit, Alexander, about what does a day in your life look like nowadays in Kiev? What are you allowed to do? Are there any restrictions? What's a day in the life nowadays?
What we have? We have cast from 7 till 7 a.m. Till 8 p.m. Streets are not crowded. Really less people here if to compare with with January. Streets are almost empty, but for example, sport players are running, jogging. Senior citizens, they left in Kiev. Young people and maybe women with children, they run out to Poland, to Romania, to Slovakia, to Moldova, to other countries, and they are refugees now. Yes. What can I say? As for me, I'm okay, and my relatives are okay. We live in a cozy district in Kiev, with skyscrapers, and I decided that it's I think it's safety, because it's hard to get us with rocket or bomb there, because a lot of skyscrapers are there. It's not downtown. If I would live in downtown, I would go out maybe in first day, because it's really dangerous. Because Russian military drop bombs and throw rockets on the downtown every day.
Nos está contando.
And a lot of victims out there because of it. For example, they drop bomb yesterday on the memorial for memory of victims of Nazism. And thousands victims are there. People died. It's right in the downtown of Kiev.
Alexander nos está contando.
They always missing.
Nos está contando Alexander que lo que pasa es que los rusos están tirando bombas en el centro de la ciudad, que ayer justamente agarraron un memorial de las víctimas del Holocausto, de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, y que él está en otra zona, una zona que tiene edificios y que esa zona no está siendo bombardeada, entonces que ellos están bien. Pero por ejemplo el súper, si tienen que comprar algo, eso está abierto, vamos a preguntarle eso. But Alexander, for example, if you need to get some supplies, you need to go to the supermarket. Do you do that? Are those open? How do you manage to stock yourself with supplies?
I can say that we have almost everything now in our markets. I think government cares about it. And for example, I don't know, I have a checklist what I found today for your story. I will tell you. So I found all types of carrots and buckwheat, pasta, rice, canned food, vegetables. Everything is there. Fortunately, everything is there.
So supplies such as pasta, rice, you've got those. What about water?
Yes. Everything okay with it in Kiev, if to be honest, because we get it for free from our neighbors. Old people are very intelligent and brave and try to help each other. Покажи мне еще раз. We have checkpoints in our city, and it's a little bit hard to take to another one point of the Kiev because we have a lot of checkpoints, and you can stuck in the traffic for several hours. Maybe that's a problem. What can I say?
If you would just let me translate for a minute for Spanish-speaking audience, nos estaba contando Alexander.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Sí, señor. Okay.
Nos contaba Alexander que hay distintos puntos de control adentro de la ciudad y que entonces no puede quedarse atrapado en el tráfico por horas, entonces no conviene tanto realmente salir, pero que ellos tienen todo en los supermercados, tienen agua y que en ese sentido, al menos en cuanto a falta de desabastecimiento, ellos están bien. Vamos a preguntarle si él se va a quedar ahí en Kiev o cuál es su plan, ¿verdad? Sí. Alexander, are you staying there in Kiev in the next few days? Do you have a plan? Or it's still a little bit blurry about the near future?
It's a little bit difficult to make some plans because Russian military are aiming only at strategic targets. They tell it to the whole world that they only drop bombs on strategic buildings, but they always missing, and they hit residential buildings, kindergartens, and recently they hit, that I told you, memorial for victims of Nazism. It's disgusting. That's why I don't know actually how to stay in Kiev, because now it's okay, but next day, for example, on negotiating, they will tell that, okay, we keep on our military mission, but we call it war. It's not military mission. It's not specific mission. It's a really war because they kill people who live in their houses. That's why I don't know actually how to play and living in Ukraine, if to be honest.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I'm working as a journalist. I provide political TV show on one of the Kiev channels.
Yeah.
But now we don't have translation because they tried to explode our big TV tower.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yes, and now they spread their propaganda stories through several cities in Ukraine. They shoot some videos with propaganda and trying to spread it on Ukraine now. And they try to crush our towers.
Nos está contando Alexander que es difícil hacer planes, que realmente no sabe si se va a ver en Kiev o no, porque cada día es distinto, y que los rusos dicen que ellos tienen todo, digámosle, es todo muy estratégico y que está todo muy bien planificado, pero que no, porque fallan, sus bombas, sus misiles caen en otros lugares, caen en kindergartens, en jardines, en lugares residenciales, y que por eso la gente se está muriendo. Él nos cuenta que él es un presentador de TV, él es un periodista, que ahora no puede hacer su programa porque vimos lo que pasó con la torre de televisión, ¿verdad? Se reventó en mil, entonces no tienen ellos formas de comunicar por parte de Ucrania, y que es la máquina propagandística que tiene Rusia, dice él, que está diciendo a todo el mundo ahí, no, esto es algo planificado, es una especie de intervención, pero que no, que para él es la guerra.
Rorro, si le podrías preguntar, cuando uno está en una situación de desesperación, ¿qué pasa en Ucrania? ¿Qué es lo primero que la gente agarra? Porque tiene que dejar todo lo que vino creando en este tiempo. ¿Qué es lo primero que agarra y sale?
Alexander, according to the UN, there are more than 660,000 refugees that have fled Ukraine. What have you
I think it's over a million, if to be honest. I think it's over a million.
Wow, más de 1 millón de refugiados ya cree que ya salieron de Ucrania, por más de que las Naciones Unidas dicen que son aproximadamente 660,000. From what you have seen, how are people fleeing? What are they taking with them? We've never been in that situation. You guys probably weren't in that situation any time in your life before, but how do you leave your country behind? What have you seen?
You see all the refugees or people who run out, and I very expect that they will come back. They will have chance to come back. We can divide it on two parts. First part, they run away in first hour of war, and they took only chargers and cell phones, nothing more. They run out in sleepers, in their pants, and that's all.
Yeah.
And now they're maybe in Poland or the Western Ukraine, and children, women, maybe pregnant women, they run out in first hour, maybe at 5 o'clock in the AM. They woke up after big explosion, and they run away. Now people who go out from Kiev or big cities, for example, my friend from Kharkiv and Kiev, they going out with understanding that they could never come back. And of course they try to take a lot of things, a lot of stuff with them, because they understand that they could maybe not face with their city, because they do not understand what's going on. Putin once tell that they will put bombs only on military sector and areas. But for example, all the downtown of city Kharkiv, you can Google it, please Google it. You will find that the biggest square of Europe is totally ruined.
Wow.
Biggest square. Yes.
Wow.
And they dropped bombs and dropped rockets in the downtown in the biggest square in Kharkiv. People do not understand what's going on, and you asked about planes. It's impossible to make some sense, in this situation.
Alexander nos está diciendo que básicamente la gente se va, y se fueron de dos maneras. La gente que al principio rajó y no llevó nada más que sus celulares y sus cargadores pensando en que podían volver. Después hay otra gente que ya asumió un tiempo después que no iban a volver y trataron ya de llevar más cosas. Nos está contando que la plaza central, que es la plaza más grande de Europa, la que tienen ahí en el centro de Kiev, esa está totalmente bombardeada. Que busquemos las imágenes en Google. O sea que realmente los rusos están, según él, tirando hacia cualquier lugar, no necesariamente solamente a puntos estratégicos. Bueno, le vamos a agradecer por el tiempo y le vamos a pedir un mensaje, ¿verdad? Que es lo que él nos quiere decir a nosotros, el resto de los ciudadanos del mundo. Last, Alexander, before we let you go, what's your message to the world as a journalist, as a communicator with what you are living? What's your message to the rest of the world?
My message is very easy. Words are not enough to stop the war. Words is not enough. You have to do something, because because as for me, the situation in Ukraine could happen in every country. Listen, I've never seen war. I'm not from the problem region, We have good cars. We had iPhones. We go to modern clubs. We having rest and on good vacation. And when you wake up and you see bombs in the air of your city, of your peaceful city, it's unbelievable to believe in it, you know. That's why when you see that something can happen, you have to predict. It's not enough only to say we are for peace, we are against war. It's not enough, guys. If you know that it can happen, you have to do something. Tell everyone, your friends, tell your colleagues. If you're a journalist, please spread it. We have war in Ukraine. It's not a specific operation by Russia. We have war, and we have 1,000 killed people by Putin.
Hay que hacer
by Russian army. What can I say more?
Alexander nos dice que hay guerra, que es lo que tenemos que comunicar, que no es algo estratégico, así chico, una operación militar, como dicen los rusos, sino que es una guerra. Ellos dicen, esto le puede pasar a cualquiera. Nosotros teníamos todo, teníamos iPhone, salíamos a farrear, todo normal, tenemos lindos autos, no estábamos en la región conflictiva y un día, de la noche a la mañana, todo cambió, así que le puede pasar a cualquiera. Estamos en guerra, es lo que nos dice Alexander, así que le vamos a agradecer por su tiempo, André. Alexander, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the information. Please be safe. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Venus Media. Siempre con vos.